look at this Bitcoin candle for the 1 hour. What is up, everybody? I am your host, Hustle. And as always, we're going to be diving into the crypto gaming markets today. And, we're just looking at Bitcoin busting through 22. We're at 22,250 basically at this moment in time. And I'm going to talk about our thesis is basically playing out exactly how I've laid it out here on In the Game. If you have been watching, how I'm really thinking 23, around 23 is the range where we could realistically hit. And, breaking through 22 was definitely a big level. And looking at this hourly chart is definitely a breakthrough. So let's go ahead and break everything down, and some altcoins that I think have some massive opportunities in this time period. With Bitcoin rallying as hard as it is right now, there's going to be tons of opportunities in the lower cap altcoins, but always risk manage properly. I'm never a financial advisor, but let's go ahead and dive right into it. Like the video if you enjoy the show, and subscribe for more every single day here on In the Game and Crypto Banter as well. Shout out to our top tier sponsors here on In the Game. Animoca Brands, the biggest Web3 game company in the world. Immutable X, onboarding the most Web3 games into the space. Best L2 platform in Web3 gaming as well. Unix Gaming, the leading infrastructure in Web3 games. You can check out all of our top tier sponsors in the link in the description down below. But let's talk about the markets. As this hourly chart is definitely bullish, right? So there's a lot of opportunity to take advantage of in this time period. The money will trickle down. And when you're looking into the projects that have the most potential, I think that there's one niche in particular, and potentially two niches in particular. We'll get to that at the end of the show. I have one coin that I have not talked about that I think that potentially should get some attention with a certain narrative playing out in business and tech, etc. So let's go ahead and dive into it. And obviously, my favorite niche, and I think the most explosive niche to come out of crypto over the next 5 years, I've said it over and over again, is going to be crypto gaming and NFT gaming. Well, let's go ahead and look. We have blockchain gaming market projected to be worth $65.7 billion by the year 2027, guys. This industry is going to absolutely explode. Gaming is growing by the day. More and more companies are adopting Web3 integrations into their businesses. And once more games get around to the technology that NFTs as skins and power to their players to be able to trade on a marketplace, kind of like CSGO does, right? 65.7 billion market projection just for blockchain gaming. That's not including metaverse or anything like that, right? So blockchain gaming market projected to be worth 65.7 billion by 2027. And where are the opportunities here whenever this industry is going to go from 4.6 billion right now this year? 4.6 billion is the valuation of blockchain games right now. We're going to expand to 65 billion by 2027 at a compound annual growth rate of 70.3%. These are the projections, right? We can never rely on projections, but one thing we have been hailing from the top ropes, like Andre the Giant, we have been jumping off the top rope saying that this is going to be the most explosive industry in crypto, and I'm absolutely convicted on that. And I mean, looking at these stats, I could absolutely agree and wouldn't be surprised if it's worth more than that valuation by 2027. But where is the opportunity today in some of the altcoins that I think that you could take advantage of with this Bitcoin rally? Let's just go back to the Bitcoin chart, because we are ripping right now. We're at 22,327 at the moment. So we will pull this over here, and we'll keep our eye on Bitcoin throughout the show, because these hourly candles are definitely something to be keeping your eye on at this moment. So some altcoins that I think have some massive opportunities and that are making waves, continuously making moves, bringing on games, doing things, right? Vulcan Forge is still 14x or about 13x from all-time highs, a little under $200 million fully diluted market cap. Today, they get yet another exchange listing. Recently, we're listed on Coinbase. They're listed on basically every single exchange now. As you see, they get on Mexi today with the Peer USDT listing. And on top of that, they had a Metascapes AMA. So if you don't know, the reason Anthony Scaramucci invested into Vulcan Forge was for this platform. Metaverse as a service, where they also go in and build metaverses for other platforms, but also to where just a user can go in. Listen to this. The idea of Metascapes, summarized by Jamie Thompson, the CEO of Vulcan Forge, as the Minecraft of the blockchain. You will be able to create your own Metascape and level them up with Peer. So the main difference separating this from the world built elsewhere, like Minecraft, is that you can monetize your creations. And if you haven't seen the level of quality and detail actually in Metascapes, here is their trailer for Metascapes, which kind of takes you through one of the worlds designed, with the Metascapes technology. And this looks absolutely brilliant. We've heard Jamie and the team say over and over that, they've built metaverses for some of the top projects. So some of the top projects in the space, right? So Vulcan Forge, a lot of potential where it is right now. Ultra is starting to get a little bit of action as well, up 7%. And, it doesn't, the volume, whenever we're in a bear market for Ultra, has just not been great. It's not on a lot of different exchanges, but it's been sitting around 20 cents for a while, up 7% today, bringing on yet another game that's AAA quality yesterday in Mars 4, as we say here, or as we see here with their trailer, which looks pretty solid as far as the graphics go. So bringing on yet another AAA game, 150 games coming to the platform. So this is absolutely something to keep your eye on as far as Ultra and Seedify. I've been hearing a lot of people and a lot of launch pads are getting ready to start. Actually, tokens are getting ready to launch, right? People's sentiments getting a little more bullish, and a launch pad at the quality of Seedify, who is the best Web3 gaming launch pad, there's going to be a ton of potential as far as people that have been staking so far and staking their coins to get ready for these launch pads, but B, the whale investors and the people who want to get pre-sale ICO access and start staking and buying Seedify, because the way that you get involved is you buy Seedify and you stake Seedify. They have tons lined up. We are just waiting for dates from Seedify, and at the market cap, right? At the market cap for something with a lot, there is a ton of utility in launch pads, and especially when the market goes bullish. So if projects start launching, Seedify is going to get a ton of action, being the best crypto gaming blockchain or the best crypto gaming launch pad in the space at a $98 million market cap. And they also have their Seedify NFT launch pad, right? Where you're going to be able to get pre-sale access to NFTs. We'll see how that plays out as well. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart, as we are still holding up 22,330. So we will keep our eyes on that. Let's take a look at Ethereum chart as well, looking very good. 1641 for Ethereum. So let's talk about a couple of lower cap altcoins that, let's say this run continues. We burst through my prediction of about 23,000. I've been calling 23,000. So if we burst through 23,000 and we continue up towards that 25,000 level, the coins I just talked about between 80 and a $200 million market cap, they're going to have a lot of movement. The PYR, UOS, S Fund, etc. But these tokens, the under $50 million market cap tokens, these potentially will have tons of volatility, but tons of opportunity. If we do, in fact, break through these levels, continue up towards 23 and beyond, and even if we get to 25 eventually, definitely these low cap altcoins are going to have a lot of movement. My top few in the industry right now are WOSDR. We've talked about it quite a bit, about a $23 million market cap. Social platform connecting gamers in Web3 and Web2 games, million plus downloads on the Google Play App Store. I love what the team's doing over there. Remark. So I do think, with it, I think the Polkadot, Kusama narrative, etc., I think that will all come back. And I also think that in the recent rallies, we have seen Remark definitely getting love. And where it was, we're definitely quite a bit off of all-time highs, $23 million market cap. I definitely am bullish on Remark, and I think that they are building some quality stuff behind the scenes. And it's really, they're very active. The team is still very solid, and I think that narrative will return. And they do get a lot of action in these types of markets whenever the market does heat up. So WOSDR, Remark, and then UFO, I have to say. UFO is something that, it's basically the meme coin of crypto gaming. So it's basically the meme coin of crypto gaming. What they're building is actually pretty solid. They have tons of different mini games. Their community is super bought in, very, very bought in. So I definitely have my eyes on UFO, and it's going to have a ton of potential if we break through those levels as mentioned. And then So those would be my 3 top low caps in this market. If we continue, right, breaking through 23 up to 25, these are going to have explosive gains, in my opinion, right? WASDR, Remark, and UFO. So my top mid cap altcoins, if Bitcoin does continue, Vulcan Forged, Ultra, and Cetify. And then my top low cap altcoins, if this run continues, is going to be Remark, WASDR, and right here as we're talking about UFO. So one thing I was asked earlier this week, what's the next, what's the AI? What are some AI tokens that I can look at right now that are going to have potential hustle? Give me some AI tokens. And it's really hard to give you AI tokens right now because when you're looking at stuff like Singularity Net, which is 5x in price over the last month, you look at something like Fetch AI, which is 3x and some changed its price over the last month. When you look at those monthlies, don't chase those. I wouldn't be chasing those pumps, right? So one that I would potentially be taking a look at, if I was in the AI narrative right now, the one right around that range, and it's just not gotten the same love, is Ocean Protocol, as we see. So Singularity Net over the last week is still up another 40%. Fetch AI is up another 20%. Ocean Protocol is only up 10% here at $172 million market cap. I do think that Ocean is kind of the one that's floating under the radar or under the surface of the sea. One of those. So I think Ocean is actually one of those that potentially has maybe not ran as hard as it's going to in the future. And I think that if you look into the project, definitely some good AI tools and AI integration into Ocean Protocol. But given the runs that Singularity Net and Fetch AI have had, I would not be buying into those necessarily at this moment. But let's just overlook the watch list again really quick. I absolutely love projects like Polygon. I think Polygon is going to continue its run as long as the market goes. I mean, Polygon is going to be one of the biggest benefactors of the next bull run. Gala still continuing to rip, hovering around 5 cents, which is about 2.5x from its lows. We have Veracity up 140% this week. 140% this week from Veracity with their their tech stack with, their streaming platform, esports competition. We've had Elliot from Veracity on in the past. Absolutely love talking to him. Very bullish on Ultra, Cetify, still what Superverse is doing with Gigamart and Imposters. But, right now, guys, with the market, let's go ahead and go back to the charts because we're back down below 22,300. But definitely keep your eyes on Bitcoin throughout the day because we are absolutely ripping at the moment. And I saw something on Twitter too. I do still have conviction in Vera and Veracity. It just over the time with the low caps, the low caps just have not been the scope of any investment. So like as far as the bear market, right? Like my priority whenever we were in the dirt bear was definitely not anything below like a $50 million market cap. So I did not dabble, or I still hold some from a long time ago, but no, I have not recently like DCA'd into Vera. I do still have conviction. I love the team over there, and I think that they're doing great things. Please look at TLM Alien Worlds. Yeah, they have a ton of players. They're one of the best games on the Wax network. I would not be investing in any single games token at the moment. However, if you notice, guys, I don't invest in like single games. Like UFO gaming is the closest thing on today's show to a single game. So if I'm going to play a game, I'm going to get the asset to play the game, and I'm going to play the game. That's it, right? If it's a game, I'm going to buy the asset, a character, a skin, etc., and I'm going to do it, right? Prodigal son, I love that attitude right there, right? I love that attitude. We talk strategy all the time, and you have to have the big ones, right? We say it's when people are like, when it's raining outside, no one wants to walk across the street to the gym. They don't want to get rained on, right? When the real estate market goes down, everyone's getting foreclosed on. It's the sharks that come in and they sweep it up, right? They're the ones that are going to get rich off of it long term. So absolutely, that's the mindset to have, and I absolutely love that. No, Robert, I don't buy single games right now on their token standpoint. I really think that ILV's tokenomics aren't worth the investment at the moment in time, to be completely honest with you. If you look at their tokenomics, not very good. Jan, yeah, I love WAGMI actually. So if there was one ecosystem that I would, it's because it's a low cap. So a lot of these games, the problem with a lot of gaming tokens is fully diluted market caps and the difference between them. But WAGMI, being a low cap token, I definitely have conviction. There. All right, guys. Answered a couple questions here in the chat. Went through all of our mid to low caps that, if Bitcoin can use this run as we break through 22,000 here, keep your eye on Bitcoin throughout the weekend. And, I hope everyone has an awesome weekend. Like the show if you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the show, and subscribe for more every single day here on Crypto Banter. I'll be back on Monday with another show, and I'm sure I'll be glued to the screen for the rest of the day to see where this market's headed. So, guys, y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all on the next show. Play well, my friends.